What is going on? It's the premier heating and air show powered by American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. We don't have our guy Tom with us, Reed. He's what is his excuse this time? Golf vacation? Is that right? Golf
Yeah,
vacation?
I think he's in Mesquite or something like that. I don't know. It's hard
Okay.
to keep track,
It is hard to keep track, but we shall soldier on without him. But we miss him. We love our guy Tom because we like to give him a hard time about, well, everything. But we come to
Everything.
you, everything. Yes, we come to you. Gosh, I've really enjoyed all the college football talk, but it's kind of done now. Although, let me ask you, with CSU, what bowl? I mean, it's an 8-win team. It's an amazing season, incredible season for CSU and your Emmas.
Yeah.
What would you like to say about the year overall with Norvell and everything else? Yeah, Fowler, Nicolosi, and everything else up there.
Yeah. I mean, I would say overall, kind of a little bit of a roller coaster, but, definitely made a lot of progress and, ended the season well. I wish we could have gone to, the championship game, the conference
Yeah,
championship game.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
a bowl and, things are kind of definitely going in the right direction. So I'm excited about the future and hopefully, things are looking bright.
What I like too is, and I love this new playoff system
Hmm.
because, listen, Boise's obviously having a pretty exceptional year, right? Of
Yeah.
course. But to think that a Mountain West champion, a
Hmm.
Mountain West champion is going to get the 4th overall seed in this new college football playoff scenario, which Boise State is projected to get if they can hang on and not lose to UNLV. You know what
Hmm.
I love about that, Reed, is that there's a path now for
Yeah.
Colorado State.
Yeah.
And that was my big problem for years in the past. It's like, well, why would I root for Colorado State over CU when there's no path? I mean,
Hmm.
in the past, CSU could have gone undefeated, win the Mountain West, and it'd been like, well, fun season. You're the 7th overall team in the country. You have no shot.
Yeah.
Well, those days are gone. Those
Yeah.
days are gone. If you have a great year, there's a path for you to win the national championship. It's a hard thing to do, obviously, very, very
Hmm.
difficult. But Reed, you got to at least enjoy the fact that your school, the school that you love so much, and the sport that you love so much with football, at least there's a way that you could possibly win a national championship.
Yeah. I mean, it never seemed possible before. I know that was kind of the vision of the last AD, Joe Parker, that was in there too. And didn't seem realistic, but now at the end of the year, looking back, like, yeah, I mean, it's and looking at the playoff, like, yeah, Boise's gonna probably be in there, and you never know.
You never know. You
Yeah.
never know. I think UNLV will probably lose by, well, gosh, Reed, you never know. I shouldn't say anything. I should not say a damn word.
Yeah.
Obviously, Boise State with Genty is a very talented team, very, very talented player, likely a finalist for the Heisman, along with Travis Hunter and probably Cam Ward. And I don't know if somebody else is
Hmm.
going to sneak in there. I'll give you a guy that probably should be in that conversation, but won't be because I follow ASU football, Arizona State football very closely. Is Cam Scattaboo. I don't know if you've caught much from this kid, but he's had a remarkable year as a running back in Arizona State.
Yeah. And they're in the Big 12 championship game, right?
They are going against Iowa State, and hey, listen, it's been a hell of a fall for
Hmm.
football in Colorado, and
Yeah.
it's like Colorado
So
State was, I mean,
yeah.
Colorado State was right there for the Mountain West game, and
Yeah.
CU was right there for the Big
Yeah.
12 game. So let's pull for our Broncos to get to the playoffs, and I think they will. I do think they will. So
Yeah.
I'm
They're
excited about it.
Broncos are looking good. I mean, that what a game on Monday, right?
Oh, where are you with Bo Nix? You like Bo Nix? You got some doubts about Bo Nix? Where are you at with him?
I mean, I like him. I kind of like everything about him. He's He's athletic. He has that kind of that tenacity, that, that fight in him. That's really what I like. And he's a leader. That's what we've been lacking at that position for a long time. And he has the talent too.
You kind of look like the 40-year-old version of Bo Nix right now.
Yeah. Fast forward.
I mean, you're in really good shape, and you got the blonde, spiky hair. I mean,
Yeah.
you're too young to be his dad, so I can't call you his dad. But you're like a 40-year-old Bo Nix looking guy.
Yeah,
Hey, there's worse compliments. Trust me.
Yeah. I'll let you know if anybody asks me if I'm Bo Nix,
Yeah, I get hey, you look like one of those trolls, Bilbo Baggins relatives. I'm like, hey, that's not I live in the Shire.
Yeah.
It's the premier heating and air show powered by American Standard Heating and Air. Okay, let's get into it. The website is premieraircolorado.com, premieraircolorado.com. The phone number is 720-547-8009. Start off with whatever promotions and specials you got going on. What should people know? What can people take advantage of?
Yeah. I mean, right now it's still a good time to, get that. Our Black Friday sales are kind of over. We're running a couple deals on, systems and things like that. So it's a good time to reach out to us and, see what we got going there. The tune-ups right now, we're doing $89 on the tune-up, but for our listeners here, we're still going to honor the $49. So just mention, DMAC, or you can mention, Traveling Tom, whatever you want to do.
Traveling Tom.
Yeah, just mention the show. But yeah, I mean, it's a good time. Get us out there, do a tune-up, get on our membership. If you're looking to replace your system, we got a lot of great promotions that we're doing. Financing available. I know that's a big thing with the holidays coming up.
Sure.
Money gets a little bit tighter, but we can extend that out. You're not going to have any payments for, 30 days or so. So you're, get it done now. Don't run the risk of, having no heat during the holidays. So, reach out, and all of our promotions are on our website. The big one we're doing right now too is up to $1,000 on a Visa gift card.
Okay, nice.
When you buy, select systems, so that will help too. Help you if you got any gifts left, things like that. You can definitely take advantage of that gift card.
Well, if you're gonna get the work done anyway, and you've been thinking about it, wow! I mean, what a great bonus gift right there. So that's fantastic. How long are you gonna have that go for?
So we'll run through the end of December.
Okay.
We'll be running these offers. So yeah, reach out right now because spots are limited. We're filling up pretty quickly. A lot of people are taking advantage. They want to get it done before the end of the year. So don't wait. Give us a call.
720-547-8009. That's the number. Put it in your phone. 720-547-8009. premieraircolorado.com. It is the premier heating and air show powered by American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Our guy Tom is, doing his golf journeys around the greater parts of Nevada. But what is your relationship? Who is American Standard Heating and Air to you guys?
It's been a great relationship. Obviously we've been with them for over 10 years now. And, it's been really, really smooth. Tom is the one that initially kind of, got us in the door. And, I have a personal relationship with Tom. We do go to the Broncos games, go to, Avs Nuggets games, different things like that. Our families hang out, kind of after. We're also doing a company party, kind of a combined company party with our company and Tom's company. So, that kind of just shows what type of relationship we have. And, yeah, it's great.
My wife's company is having a party, and it's a very foo-foo shishi affair. And she goes, there's no plus ones. You can't come. I was like, I don't know if I should be a little upset about that or a little grateful for that. It's listen, I understand the economic times. The fact that any company would have anything, frankly, is awesome. Times are tight for everybody. So to show appreciation to your employees, I think that's amazing. It's always interesting being invited to your significant other's holiday party. It's not your company. It's, your wife's or your husband's or whatever. Like, the behavior and what you're supposed to do. Like, the worst thing you could do, right, is create a scene at, if you create a scene at your own party, I mean, not great, obviously, but, but if your significant other causes stress for you, so there's part of like not being invited that I'm kind of like, hey, that's cool, man. Because the last thing I want to do is give you a hard time with something. But I'll tell you this: I started going to these company parties, Reed, back in the '90s. Dude, I don't know. Listen, man, I don't mean to get political here whatsoever, but let me just tell you this: holiday parties in the '90s were off the chain.
I can imagine.
Dude, it was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like some of the company parties, and some of them were companies my wife worked for, which were just, fancy hotels and thousands of dollars being given away. And I mean, it's just bonkers. Open bar. Sometimes we traveled certain places. I mean, it was nuts. What was happening at these, because she worked for some bigger companies. It was a trip. And now it's like, hey, at 11 a.m., we're bringing in some pound cake.
We're going to be serving, light refreshments. And,
yeah. So listen, I think that's great. You're having a party for your employees and you're working with American Standard Heating and Air for that. And maybe this is the right time to talk about your employees and perhaps what you're thankful and grateful for the people that work so hard for you.
Yeah, I mean, they're really the ones that get it done. They're out there working hard. They're working in the, cold weather, hot weather. They're away from their families a lot. So we're very thankful for that. We like to give them some time, especially around the holidays. I mean, it's a little bit tough in our industry because we got to take care of our customers, but, we also need to take care of our employees and make sure that they're getting some time, with their families as well. So I usually try to step in more during the holidays and cover a little bit more just to give them that extra time, but it never stops with us. When people have issues, we got to get out there and get them taken care of.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And all right, so we have some Colorado, Reed, right? The weather. So it was like 3 weeks ago, we had like 9 feet of snow, right? Remember that? Remember those days? It has been absolutely gorgeous for the past few days. Unbelievable. Unbelievable weather. So what does that do for you guys? Does that provide more opportunity to get to folks a little quicker? Do some folks get a little confused like, oh, well, I really don't need to get this thing repaired? What do these weird waves in the weather do for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we get to catch up a little bit, like usually comes in waves. Like we'll get a storm and then it gets crazy. And then, that kind of keeps us busy for like a week or two. I mean, we're always busy year round, but it is nice to, catch up a little bit. I don't know why Tom's in, Nevada. I mean, he could be golfing here.
No doubt. And there's no doubt.
Yeah.
The course that's close to me, the Lone Tree Golf Course here, public course, South Suburban public course. They're open 12 months a year. They don't close. Yeah. They're going. You can get on over there if you want to.
So I live by the ridge, and they close down for the season, but they have a lot of things that they kind of do around the holidays, which is cool. Live music, and we're going to like the tree lighting, and a lot of things to kind of bring the community together. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no
No
doubt
golf
about
though.
it. Well, look, come over to Lone Tree. Well, I mean, it's right down the street from you,
I
so
know. Yeah, let's
it's
go.
still going if you want to hit some balls, no doubt about it. But if you need help with your heating, and I know this feels weird because
Mhm.
we're away from it, but it might be a good time to think about air conditioning as well. And I know you guys need to think that far forward, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So,
mean, right now too, I mean, there's a lot of those changes are coming up. And by the end of this year, that's when they're really making the shift over to the new refrigerant. And, so that's something that we're always letting people know, even if your system is running fine right now, and you're looking at maybe replacing it in the next year or two.
mhm.
I would definitely recommend you get things done sooner than later, preferably by the end of the year. If not, I would say within the next few months, because they're going to kind of start that transition. They already have. And, the cost of everything is going to go up, availability, different things like that. So, this is really, like we always tell people, you got to be proactive, and get things done sooner than later, because you don't want to be in that position where your
No.
system goes out and you're kind of stuck, and you'd much rather be proactive about it.
Yeah, and that's why knowing this number and having it in your phone is so important. That's 720-547-8009. The website again is premieraircolorado.com. It's the premier heating and air show powered by American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. And the website is tremendous, Reed. You should take a lot of pride in that, man. It's easy to get
Mhm.
around. It's really easy to see things. What kind of features you got there on the website that people can navigate and figure out?
Yeah, I mean, so you have everything right there. You can, book appointments. You can order. We have an online store. You can order filters. You can
Mhm.
purchase our membership. Um, you know, Basically anything you need to do on there. You can look at our promotions. If you want to you can get pre-approved for financing. You can just click through there, and you could even shop for systems on there. So everything you need right there.
What I love too is the technology. Now I'm lucky. I've been working with Premiere for more than a dozen years, and Reed and I have been pals for a long time. So moving into, I did make a big mistake though, which was crazy that I made it, because when I moved, I did have Premiere come and check out my system of the home I was selling, just so I wouldn't get hoodwinked by anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like a home inspector wouldn't be like, hey, this, that. I'm like, no, 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 no. We're good. We're good because I work with Premier. In fact, you're getting and they were. Our homeowners
Mhm.
were getting an unbelievable system. It was great. Where I, what I failed to do, which is really weird that I would screw this up, is I didn't have you guys come to check out where I was coming to. And I don't know why. I still to this day cannot figure out why would I have you do one thing and not do the other. Super stupid. And sure enough, there was a little something going on. Don't want to point any fingers, but
Mhm.
it would have. I needed to have the system replaced. I did.
Yeah.
I love the townhome that I live in now. Don't like it, love it. But it'd been around for 20 years. You know what I mean? My home was more than 30 years old. The townhome is 20 years old, and there's certain things with the HVAC system that I think the inspector probably should have seen. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
But I'm saying all this to say, if you are in the process of moving in some transition, Read, having you guys come out. And now listen, if you just become a member, you become part of the Premier Heating and Air family.
Mhm.
That's fine. In fact, my mother-in-law, who's with Premier, said, "Yep, well, you got our furnace tune-up, whatever's going on, and oh, yeah, we're part of the family. We have a membership." I'm like, "Yeah, that's great." But maybe you could speak on that about just regular service and perhaps what you can do for anybody buying or selling a home.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, you have like your home inspector come in. They're kind of the jack of all trades, so they have like a basic knowledge. It is a good idea to get an expert to come in to look at a lot of the main areas of the home, like your roof, electrical system, plumbing, HVAC. Um, because we'll go in there, we go in really in depth, and like that's what
Yeah.
we do. We do.
With photos and videos.
Yep. Photos and videos. I mean, a lot of people too, like they're unsure, they haven't had it looked at in a while. Just get us out there. I mean, our technicians, they're honest, they're trustworthy. They're just going to go through and, look at the entire system throughout the whole house and really just kind of give you an idea of like where it's at. Identify any issues that are currently happening, anything that's potentially going to happen in the future, just so you're kind of aware of it. You can address it or at least kind of plan ahead a little bit. You know what's coming down the line,
Yeah, and here's how this would benefit you if you maybe you're purchasing your first home, or maybe you've owned the home but you're, like I was, transitioning, you just haven't done it in a while. When you go for the purchase of the home itself, now listen, I was going to need a new system no matter what, right? It's going
Mhm.
to have to happen. That's it. But what the money I would have saved is we would have negotiated a lower price of the home,
Yeah.
knowing I would have these repairs to make. So you coming in to make some sort of estimate, like what the system would cost, and then there would be a
Mhm.
negotiation with the real estate agent. It probably wouldn't be that number, but it would have been something. For
Yeah.
sure, it would have been something. So I would have, at the end of the day, roundabout saved thousands and thousands of dollars just by
Mhm.
having you guys be with me on the next end, which is so weird that, I wouldn't think of it that way. But I want to just let people know who are listening or watching, however you're consuming this, that Premier can help you in a variety of different ways in your home to
Mhm.
save you thousands of dollars. Not only is the equipment better, the technology is ridiculous. Little
Mhm.
story, the Nest thermostat, which you introduced me to, and I don't know how I lived without it, frankly. But the Nest thermostat with this technology read, maybe you could just talk on that a little bit, and then I got a story for you. But why is the Nest thermostat and that kind of digital internet-based technology so effective for homes these days?
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, that's been one of the biggest, advancements, improvements in our industry in a long time. I've been doing this for like 20 years now. um, and you didn't see like a lot of advancements there for a while, but over the last, 5 or 10 years, I mean, things have really come a long way. And, with the Nest thermostat, the home auto, like smart home technology, you can control everything from your phone. You can see everything that's kind of going on. It'll alert you if there's any issues. So that's really really convenient, kind of peace of mind. But also the technology within the systems too. I mean, a lot of times when we talk to people, they're not aware of like all the things that are kind of available. So we like to educate them, and they also don't understand like how their current system is it's not able to kind of keep them comfortable, and how the new technology in these newer systems can really help improve everything, the comfort and the health and safety throughout the entire home.
So this is another reason to get Premier on your side. 720-547-8009. That's 720-547-8009. PremierAirColorado.com. So with the Nest, I mean, you can control things, and it also gently nags you in a nice way, reminding you when it is time to do certain things. And
Mhm.
my wife, we had a little reminder, and we're going out to the garage in the car, and she goes, "Wait a second, hold on." And she goes, and she replaced the filter. And I go, "Oh," it goes, "Yeah, because we just got a reminder to replace the filter." And then she looks at me and goes, "This is what it looks like, by the way, Darren, to replace the filter." And I'm like, okay, because Reed, I'm not the most handy guy. I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
I know how to replace a filter for, my heating system. It's
Yeah.
not that complicated. So it was definitely a way of my wife saying, hey, lazy ass, this is how you do this.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, it's doubly bad because we see the Nest thermostat in our townhome.
Mm-hmm.
You literally can't miss it. Like when you go down the stairs to either walk out the door or walk out the garage, it's right there.
Yeah.
So she knows that I've been ignoring the replace the filter for at least 2 or 3 days. And
Yeah.
I think that was a little test that I failed. So if you want to be put on the spot by your better half, make sure you get all the technology.
Yeah.
And all joking aside, though, obviously, this is a simple process. It's a way to keep a good system going for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do need an entire replacement, as I did, the life expectancy on new systems now is what, Reed?
Yeah, I mean, if you maintain them, if you change your filter and do all that, you're going to get probably 15, 20 years plus
Right?
out of them. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Probably, well, depending on how long you live in a home, if you're lucky enough
Mm-hmm.
to live in the same home for 15, 20 years, if you think about that for a second, a brand new system is going to last for the lifetime of the home. I mean, that is unbelievable. That
Yeah.
is incredible. And I have made that investment. And it's the smartest thing we did. And we went for this happened in the summertime for us, and it was brutal in
Mm-hmm.
terms of how hot it was. And the air conditioning stuff I know is, around the corner. But right now, the house is so comfortable, Reed. You guys did such an amazing job. And it's so great to come home to a home that is temperature controlled in every room of the house. My house is a little tricky now because it's 3 levels. I live in a very rectangular box up and down. But
Mm-hmm.
that's tricky, right? When you have so
Yeah.
many different levels to take care of, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's, and, like your house is kind of the perfect example of that. Like, you know, that 2-stage technology, how that can really help improve, because the hot air is going to go up and the cold air is going to go down. So you would really want to kind of even that out. And that's really what that system is designed to do. But that's a problem that a lot of people have, right? I mean, they have
Right.
the hot and cold spots throughout the house, and a lot of people, they just kind of accept the fact like, hey, that's just the way it is,
Right.
and
Right.
um, like majority of the people, I would say 95% of the people that we do that system for, when they have those problems, they no longer have them after we put the system in.
Yeah, and that's my story as well.
Mhm.
So listen, if you want a great story in your life, and the reviews for Premiere are fantastic, and you can just look at that up. You can look at the Google reviews. You can check them out all over the place. They're outstanding reviews. So all you have to do is look up Premiere at premieraircolorado.com. That's premieraircolorado.com, or call them at 720-547-8009. Keep in mind, furnace tune-ups are usually $89. But use my name or mention this show one way or the other. That $89 will save you $40. It goes down to $49. So that's for everybody out there. It's a nice little hidden Easter egg that's there for you. You won't see that. Well, that's a little gift for paying attention to this show, and we really appreciate it. So again, save yourself a couple of bucks and then start from there. I'd say that if you're just wondering, well, what's it like with Premiere? What's it like for these guys? And I know it's a very competitive marketplace for this type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great way to get Premiere to your home. They pride themselves on same-day service, if at all possible, and they get things done the right way. I know that because it's happened with me for years and years and years. It's the Premier Heating and Air Show, powered by American Standard Heating and Air. Any last words here, Reed?
Well, let's have a good weekend and change that filter. Make sure you do that. I had to do it at my house the other day too. So,
Oh, wait, you didn't have your wife do it?
No,
Okay.
I
Right.
take care of the HVAC.
That would be bad. Now that
would.
that would be a problem. By the way, I don't let my wife do any talk shows. All right, that's the Premier Heating Air Show presented by American Standard Heating and Air. Yeah, have a great week, and we'll talk to you next time here on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.